Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a deep breath right now. Close your eyes if you need to, and listen to me because I am about to talk to your heart and your soul. I am about to challenge you to look in the mirror, not just at the face you see, but at the life you are living, and ask yourself some hard questions, some questions that might make you uncomfortable, some questions that might sting a little bit. And those questions are this: are you living your potential? Are you living the life you were born to live? Or have you, my friend, allowed yourself to fall into patterns that are holding you back, behaviors that are keeping you from the greatness inside of you? I want to talk to you about 7 behaviors, 7 ways we limit ourselves, 7 ways we sabotage our own progress, 7 ways we allow life to pass us by when we were meant to be champions, meant to rise, meant to shine. And I want to tell you, if you take this message to heart and really listen, your life can change, but not if you just hear it, not if you just nod and clap and say, yeah, that's good. You have to act on it. You have to decide today, in this moment, that enough is enough, that you are done tolerating behaviors that are keeping you from your destiny. The first behavior I want to talk about is fear. Fear, my friends, is the #1 killer of dreams. Fear will paralyze you. It will convince you that you are not good enough, that you are not ready, that you do not have what it takes. And I want you to know this: fear is a liar. Fear is not real. It only exists in your mind. And if you allow fear to dominate you, it will keep you in a place of mediocrity while the world passes you by. You have to confront your fear. You have to face it. You have to say to yourself, I refuse to let fear determine my life. I refuse to let fear stop me from becoming the person I was meant to be. Let me give you an example. I remember early in my career, I wanted to step into public speaking. I wanted to stand on a stage to talk to people about their potential, about the greatness they could achieve. But fear tried to stop me. Fear said, Les, what if they laugh at you? What if you fail? What if nobody listens? And I could have listened. I could have let fear win, but I didn't. I chose to act anyway. I chose to speak even though my hands were shaking, even though my heart was racing, even though my mind was filled with doubt. And I want you to understand something. The moment I chose action over fear, my life began to change. The moment I decided to move in spite of fear, doors opened that I could not have imagined. The second behavior I want you to avoid is procrastination. Oh, procrastination is a silent killer. It whispers in your ear, tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow. And before you know it, years have passed, and the life you dreamed of living is still sitting there, untouched, waiting for you to take action. Procrastination is the enemy of progress. Procrastination is the enemy of your potential. Every day you delay, every day you put off your dreams, you are stealing from yourself. You are taking away the time you have to create, to grow, to shine. I remember a young man who came to me once. He said, Les, I've been waiting for the right time to start my business. I've been waiting for the right opportunity, the right resources, the right circumstances. And I looked him in the eye and I said, the right time will never come. The right opportunity will never show up if you sit and wait. You have to create it. You have to start where you are with what you have. And he did. And today, that young man is living a life he never thought possible. But it started with one choice: to stop waiting, to stop delaying, to act now. The third behavior I want you to avoid is negative thinking. Negative thinking is a trap. Negative thinking is a disease. It will convince you that you are not capable, that you are not worthy, that you are not enough. And I want you to understand something. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, but it is also the most dangerous. If you fill it with doubt, fear, and negativity, it will produce nothing but doubt, fear, and negativity in your life. You have to take control of your thoughts. You have to choose what you focus on. You have to say to yourself, I am capable, I am worthy, I am enough. I know some of you are thinking, Les, that's easier said than done. And you're right, it is not easy, but it is necessary. You cannot achieve your potential if you are feeding your mind with thoughts that tell you otherwise. You have to guard your mind like a lion guards its territory. You have to protect it. You have to fill it with positivity, with possibility, with faith in yourself. Because the moment you do, you will see doors open, you will see opportunities appear. You will see the life you dreamed of begin to take shape before your very eyes. The fourth behavior I want you to talk about is poor habits. Habits, my friends, are powerful. Habits determine the quality of your life. Habits determine the trajectory of your future. And poor habits, whether it's procrastination, whether it's unhealthy eating, whether it's wasting time, whether it's negative self-talk, poor habits will keep you trapped in a life far below your potential. You have to examine your habits. You have to ask yourself, do these habits serve me or do they hold me back? And then you have to take action. You have to replace poor habits with habits of excellence, with habits of growth, with habits that push you closer to your dreams every single day. The fifth behavior I want you to avoid is blaming others. Blaming others is easy. Blaming others is comfortable. Blaming others allows you to remain a victim, to remain small, to remain powerless. But I want you to know something. You are responsible for your life. You are responsible for your results. You are responsible for your dreams. When you blame others, you give away your power. You hand your potential over to someone else. And the truth is, no one else is going to live your life for you. No one else is going to achieve your dreams for you. You have to take ownership. You have to step up. You have to say, this is my life. I am in charge. I am responsible. And I will no longer let anything or anyone hold me back. The sixth behavior I want you to avoid is ignoring your health. Oh yes, health is a foundation. Health is energy. Health is clarity. And yet, so many people neglect it. They think they can run on empty. They think they can sacrifice their body, their mind, their energy, and still achieve greatness. But let me tell you something. A person who is exhausted, a person who is sick, a person who is depleted cannot perform at their best. You have to take care of yourself. You have to eat well, you have to exercise, you have to rest, you have to honor your body and your mind. Because the stronger you are, the more energy you have, the better equipped you are to take on the challenges, to chase your dreams, and to live the life you were born to live. The seventh and final behavior I want you to avoid is living without purpose. Living without purpose is like sailing on the ocean without a compass. You may move, you may drift, but you will never reach your destination. Purpose is the fire that fuels your life. Purpose is the reason you get up in the morning, the reason you keep going when it's hard, the reason you never give up. And I want you to ask yourself today, do I know my purpose? Am I living my life with intention, or am I drifting, settling, surviving? Because if you are not living with purpose, you are wasting time, you are wasting energy, you are wasting your life. And my friends, you only get one. You only get one chance to live fully, to dream boldly, to achieve greatly. Do not waste it. Find your purpose, live it, pursue it, chase it with everything you have. Now, I know this is a lot to take in. I know that some of you are thinking, Les, this is heavy, this is hard, and yes, it is. But life is not easy, life is not fair, life is not comfortable, but you are capable of greatness. You are capable of overcoming fear, of taking action, of thinking positively, of building excellent habits, of taking responsibility, of caring for yourself, and of living with purpose. And the moment you decide to abandon these 7 behaviors, the moment you decide to stop allowing them to control you, the moment you decide to rise above them, your life begins to change. I want you to picture the life you want to live. Picture it as vividly as you can. Feel it in your bones. See yourself achieving your goals, living your dreams, being the person you always imagined. And now I want you to understand that nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop you from reaching that life except the choices you make today. And those choices are simple. Avoid fear, stop procrastinating, think positively, build strong habits, take responsibility, honor your health, live with purpose. That's it. That's the formula. Simple but not easy. Simple but powerful. Simple but transformative. Because here's the truth. Greatness is not for the timid. Greatness is not for the comfortable. Greatness is not for the passive. Greatness is for those who refuse to let fear dictate their life. Greatness is for those who take action when others hesitate. Greatness is for those who think positively when others complain. Greatness is for those who build strong habits when others give up. Greatness is for those who take responsibility when others blame. Greatness is for those who honor their health when others neglect. Greatness is for those who live with purpose when others drift, and I want you to be great. I want you to step into the power that's inside you, the potential that's inside you, the fire that's inside you, and claim the life you were born to live. I want you to listen to me carefully, because today I'm going to challenge you in a way that might make you uncomfortable. But I promise you, it's necessary. I want you to hear me when I say this. If you are tolerating mediocrity in any area of your life, you are doing yourself a disservice. You are shortchanging the world of what you were put here to contribute. You were not born to be average. You were not born to be ordinary. You were not born to live a life that is good enough. You were born to shine. You were born to rise. You were born to impact, to inspire, to achieve, and to leave a legacy that will be remembered long after you are gone. But mediocrity, oh mediocrity, is the silent killer of dreams, the thief of potential, the enemy of your destiny. And too many people let it creep into their lives without even realizing it now. I want you to think about mediocrity for a second. What does it look like? It looks like settling for a job that doesn't challenge you because it pays the bills. It looks like staying in relationships that don't lift you, don't support you, and don't bring out the best in you because it's comfortable, because it's familiar. It looks like postponing your dreams because you think someday will come when the truth is, someday is a lie and the clock is ticking. Mediocrity is waking up every morning and just going through the motions, doing the minimum, never pushing, never striving, never growing, never saying to yourself, I can do more, I can be more, I can have more. And let me tell you something, mediocrity is deceptive. It will tell you that what you're doing is enough. It will whisper in your ear, don't rock the boat, don't ask for more, don't demand more. And if you listen to it, if you allow yourself to accept it, it will slowly take over. It will become your comfort zone, and your comfort zone is the graveyard of dreams. You were put on this earth with gifts, with talents, with a fire inside of you that was meant to burn brightly. But if you tolerate mediocrity, you will smother that fire, and it will die slowly while you convince yourself that you are just fine. I want you to think about the life you could be living if you refused mediocrity in every area. Think about the energy you would feel if you woke up every morning determined to give your best, to chase your dreams, to live fully, to stretch yourself beyond what you thought possible. Imagine what it would feel like to know that every day you are moving closer to your potential, every day you are taking actions that matter, every day you are honoring the gifts you have been given. Imagine the confidence, the joy, the pride, the fulfillment. That is the life that awaits when you refuse to settle. Let me tell you a story about someone I knew who tolerated mediocrity for far too long. He was a talented young man, full of ideas, full of energy, full of potential. But he was content with just enough. He worked a job that drained him. He stayed in relationships that didn't inspire him. He ignored opportunities to grow and learn, and he told himself every day that he was doing okay. But deep down, he knew he was meant for more. And one day, he had a moment of clarity. He realized that if he kept living the way he was living, he would wake up 10 years later, 20 years later, and wonder what happened to his life. Wonder why he never achieved his dreams, wonder why he never became the person he was meant to be. And in that moment he made a decision. He said, enough, I will no longer tolerate mediocrity. And that decision changed everything, because here's what happens when you tolerate mediocrity. You settle. And when you settle, you stop growing, and when you stop growing, you stop evolving. And when you stop evolving, you begin to die, not physically, but spiritually, mentally, emotionally. Your potential stagnates. Your confidence diminishes, your energy fades, your dreams fade, and one day you wake up and realize that the life you wanted, the life you could have had, the life you were born to live, passed you by while you were busy being comfortable. I want you to ask yourself right now, where in your life are you tolerating mediocrity? Is it in your work? Are you showing up every day giving less than your best because it's easier, because no one is watching, because you're just getting by? Is it in your relationships? Are you accepting less than you deserve because it's safe, because change is scary, because being alone feels uncomfortable? Is it in your health? Are you neglecting your body, neglecting your mind, neglecting your energy, telling yourself you'll start tomorrow, that someday you'll take care of yourself, when every day that passes is stealing from the life you could have? Is it in your dreams? Are you postponing them, delaying them, putting them off because fear has convinced you that you're not ready, that you're not capable, that you're not enough? And I want you to understand something. Mediocrity is not external. It's not someone else's fault. It's not your boss, it's not your spouse, it's not your circumstances. Mediocrity lives inside of you. It is your acceptance of less than what you are capable of. It is your decision to settle. It is your unwillingness to stretch, to push, to fight, to grow. And the only person who can change it is you. The only person who can refuse it, the only person who can rise above it is you. Now, I know some of you are thinking, Les, it's not that easy. Life is hard. I have responsibilities. I have bills. I have obligations. And you are right, life is hard. Responsibilities are real. Bills have to be paid. But let me tell you something. Mediocrity is not a requirement of life. You can live responsibly, you can live with obligations, and you can still refuse to be average. You can still demand excellence from yourself. You can still rise above fear. You can still challenge yourself. You can still honor your potential. And I want you to understand that the choice is yours. Every single day you have a choice. You can choose comfort. You can choose good enough. You can choose to let life pass you by, or you can choose excellence. You can choose growth. You can choose to refuse mediocrity in every area of your life. And let me tell you something else. Refusing mediocrity is not a one-time event. It is a lifestyle. It is a daily decision. It is a commitment you make to yourself to no longer settle, to no longer accept less than your best, to no longer compromise your potential. Every morning when you wake up, you have the opportunity to choose excellence. Every task, every conversation, every interaction, every decision is a chance to refuse mediocrity and step into the greatness that is inside of you. I want you to hear me when I say this. Excellence is not about perfection. Excellence is not about being flawless. Excellence is about effort. Excellence is about commitment. Excellence is about refusing to accept the minimum from yourself. Excellence is about showing up, giving your best, doing what it takes, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching, even when the odds are stacked against you. And when you do that consistently, when you refuse mediocrity day after day, week after week, month after month, something amazing happens. You transform, you grow, you evolve. You begin to live the life you were born to live. And here's the truth. Mediocrity is comfortable. It feels safe. It feels easy. It feels familiar, but comfort will kill you. Comfort will rob you of your potential. Comfort will steal your dreams. Comfort will lull you into a life of quiet desperation while the world passes you by. And I want you to understand that discomfort is a sign of growth. Discomfort is a sign that you are stretching. Discomfort is a sign that you are moving beyond mediocrity. When you feel the fear, when you feel the challenge, when you feel the strain, those are the moments that matter. Those are the moments when you decide who you really are, when you decide what your life will be, when you decide if you will rise or fall. I want to tell you another story. There was a woman I knew, brilliant, talented, full of dreams, but she kept saying, "I'll do it later, I'm not ready yet, I need more time." And every year she repeated the same story. She tolerated mediocrity. She tolerated delay. She tolerated settling for less than her potential. And one day she realized that the life she wanted would never come if she kept waiting, if she kept settling, if she kept tolerating mediocrity. And in that moment she made a choice. She said, "No more. I refuse to be average. I refuse to settle. I refuse to compromise my potential." And from that day forward, her life changed. Opportunities came, doors opened, her energy shifted, and she began to live the life she had dreamed of for years. And I want you to ask yourself right now, are you ready to make that choice? Are you ready to refuse mediocrity in your work, in your relationships, in your health, in your personal growth, in your dreams. Are you ready to stop accepting less than your best, to stop accepting comfort over challenge, to stop accepting the easy path instead of the path that will stretch you, that will grow you, that will transform you into the person you were meant to be? Because that is what it takes. That is the work. That is the decision. That is the courage. That is the commitment. I want you to understand something very clearly. The world is waiting for you to rise. Your family is waiting for you to rise. Your community is waiting for you to rise. And most importantly, you are waiting for you to rise. You have a fire inside of you that is meant to burn brightly. You have a potential inside of you that is meant to be unleashed. You have gifts inside of you that are meant to impact, to inspire, to transform. But if you tolerate mediocrity, if you settle, if you accept less than your best, if you stay comfortable, that fire will dim, that potential will stagnate, that impact will be lost, and the world will never see what you were born to contribute.